He has not made a child support payment since July of 2023. I have accrued a large amount of debt for not having any child support, and I need to at least be able to, I've been having to put things like utilities on a credit card in order to not drop below zero on my bank account.
Her lawyer at the time called me saying that if I did not pay child support, I would be taking my kids away. So I lived in my car for 4 months and still paid child support.
We are here on a CSRP to confirm arrears and modify support. We do not have an agreement as to the proposed CSRP, so I will take testimony from both parties. The state calls the mother Ms. Craig Hardy. Will you state your name?
My name is Candace Craig Hardy.
And what are the children's names?
Raina Eve Hardy, Leah Eleanor Hardy, and Aaron James Kier Hardy.
And how old are they?
Raina Hardy is 16, Leah is 13, and Aaron is 10.
Okay. And we are proposing that we confirm Mr. Hardy's child support arrears in the amount of $898 as of August 31st, 2023, and that he pay that balance back at $10 per month beginning October 1st, 2023. Are you in agreement with that?
No.
Okay. And what are you not in agreement with?
He has not made a child support payment since July of 2023, and so the arrears amount is greater than that amount. Also, $10. I have accrued a large amount of debt for not having any child support, and I need to at least be able to, I've been having to put things like utilities on a credit card in order to not drop below zero on my bank account. And so I'm asking that I can at least be able to make the payments on those credit cards for the debt that I've accrued for not having child support payments.
Okay, and so you're wanting the payments on his arrears to be more than $10 per month?
Yes.
And how much would you propose?
I would propose $100 a month.
Okay. And we're showing that Mr. Hardy has medical support arrears of $498.20 as of August 31st, 2023. And we have proposed he pay that balance at $5 per month beginning October 1st, 2023. Do you agree or disagree with that?
I agree with that.
Okay. And what kind of health insurance do the children currently have?
They are on children's CHIP Medicaid. Okay.
And we'll talk about the modification of support next. Do you know if Mr. Hardy is employed?
As of Tuesday, I called OAG and they told me he was, and this morning he told me he was not.
Okay. When's the last time you knew him to have a job?
Last week.
Do you know what kind of job he was doing?
Last I knew, he was working at Home Depot. He did not inform me of that. My children did.
Okay. And the order from 2020 has child support set at $898 per month and medical support at $403 per month. Are you wanting the court to continue those amounts of child and medical support?
Yeah, yes, for the arrears, but he has a new child, so I'm willing to, adjust it according to him having his new child.
Okay, so since the order...
Could you hold for just one moment? I'll be back in 5 minutes. All right, you may continue.
Thank you. So Ms. Craig Hardy, the modification order from 2020 has Mr. Hardy's gross monthly income at $478.36.
Okay.
Giving him credit for his new child. Is that a yes? Let me do a calculation right quick to rerun those numbers. And the 2020 order also deviated from guideline support because Mr. Hardy had the children every Thursday of the week. So he had possession more than the standard possession schedule ordered. Is that still the case currently?
Yes.
He does, yes. But my attorney told me that that wasn't grounds for reducing standard child support.
You have an attorney?
I just consulted one before coming.
Okay, so does has anyone been hired to represent you in this hearing or in this case?
No.
And so today you're wanting the income from the 2020 order to be used to calculate support, giving him credit for one other child, and then not doing any offset for the extra Thursday.
Correct.
Okay. And so based on that information, that would bring us to medical support of $302 per month, and child support of $945 per month. Is that what you're requesting?
Yes.
And do you have any, well, let me ask, has there been any family violence in the last 2 years between you and Mr. Hardy?
No.
Do you have any safety concerns if your address or your phone number is printed in this court order?
No.
And so you believe Mr. Hardy is employed?
I believe I believe it's convenient that he's unemployed every time we have a meeting.
And
That's-
do you remember in 2020 when we did the modification order, what kind of job or where he was working at that time?
He was doing landscaping. I believe it was the same position that he had up until July, although his contracts had been sold to different companies, but it was the same position.
Do you know if he was self-employed?
No, he was working for different companies. The most recent one before his unemployment was Lambert's landscaping company.
And as far as you know, do you believe he still has the ability to earn that same income as he did in February 2020?
Absolutely.
Is there anything else you want to tell the court about this case?
I did want to request a name change if possible. I wanted to drop Hardy from my last name. I didn't know if that would be appropriate to do at this point or at this hearing.
I don't think the court can consider a name change at this point. I think it would have had to
Okay.
been done in your divorce decree.
Okay.
I will pass the witness.
Um,
The state calls the father
Yeah,
Mr. Hardy. Sir, will you state your name?
James Hardy.
And Mr. Hardy, the proposed order we have confirms child support arrears for you of $898 as of August 31st, 2023. Do you agree to pay that balance off at $10 per month?
I would actually commit to $50 a month.
50?
Yes.
Okay. And then the medical support arrears we're showing are $498.20 as of August 31st. Would you agree to pay that off at $5 per month?
I can do 10.
Okay. And are you employed right now?
Actually, I lost my job. Miss Craig has doesn't know my life, so she gets information from our children. So sometimes children don't give you the right information.
When's the last time you had employment?
Let me check that date. It was, hold on one second. The 8th. Sorry, the 7th
Of what month?
of December.
And what job were you working before that one ended? Where were you working?
I worked at Home Depot for a few, I think like 2 months, and then I got this job. And because my mother was sick and I was sick, I couldn't work that day. And so part of the thing I did not know at the time is that if I missed one day, I would be released from the training program.
And this is for Home Depot, correct?
No, this is for Home Expo.
And where were you working before Home Expo?
Home Depot for
Okay.
about 6 weeks, I think.
And then what about before Home Depot?
And for Home Depot, I worked. I took another job. I was looking at Lambert's. I took another job. I was there a week. I had a crash on the highway. It was deemed it was my fault, and I lost my job. Since then.
And
So
when was
since
that
then-
accident with Lambert's?
No, it was with another company. I was there at the other company for 1 week, and then I lost my job.
And when was that accident?
Let me go back and see. That was July 18th.
14 has
I had the accident.
Okay, so you've had on and off jobs since July of this year.
Yes,
Do you live in Dallas County?
Denton County.
And are you requesting the court set your support today on minimum wage?
I mean, right now I have lots of interviews today, this afternoon, and tomorrow. So I'm actually looking for jobs, and you know, if I can't pay $800 a month if I'm not working, that's money doesn't come out from the air, you know. So I would like a compromise, but you know, and then when I find a job, redo the terms of because it's on my income. If my income is not, you know, $100,000 or $10,000, it's completely different.
Okay, so would you be in agreement today to do a temporary order to have your child support and medical support based on minimum wage? And then we can come back in a few months to see what your job situation is?
That would be the best situation.
Okay, and so Tim, if we did use minimum wage to set support, we're showing medical support of $84 and child support of $292 per month, beginning October 1st. Is that what you're requesting?
Yes, I can do that.
Okay. Has there been any family violence in the last 2 years between you and Ms. Craig Hardy?
No,
Do you have any safety concerns with your address or your phone number being printed in the court order?
no, that's fine.
And it's correct, you have one other child, and that child lives with you?
Yes.
Okay. Is there anything else that you want the court to know about this case?
I mean, this case is, since we've been divorced, I've always had a job and always paid. The first time we first did the decree after we got divorced, I was working, but then I ended up losing my house, living in my car for months because I was told by Miss Craig and her lawyers, actually, I mean, not Miss Craig, but actually her lawyer at the time called me saying that if I did not pay child support, I would take my kids away. So I lived in my car for 4 months and still paid child support. I think, you know, sometimes in life things happen, you know, to you, things happen. And sometimes you have to, when you're down, you gotta keep going, you know, I could stay home and not care, but I care about my kids. You know, I give them the best I can give them at this moment. So
I'll pass the witness.
All right, Mr. Hardy,
Is it okay to
Do you-
add anything, or is,
I'm sorry.
I was going to ask if there was some more I could add to the discussion.
What do you want to say?
Just wanted to say that he stated that I got my information from the kids about him being employed or not, but I did call OAG and they had told me that he had been employed up until December 13th. Although he is supposed to provide that to me according to our divorce decree, he's supposed to notify me when there's a change of employment, and he has not done that. And the arrears have accrued since then, and that's what I wanted to say.
All right. Okay, now, Mr. Hardy, what type of work do you normally do?
landscape management,
I'm sorry, I didn't understand you.
landscape management.
Management, okay. And you can't job doing that?
Right now, I applied. There's very few right now because it's winter. So I've been applying for jobs that are out of my career, you know, sales jobs, anything, any job that I could get. I would take it. So
I'm not going to issue a final order. I'm going to do a temporary order today. And finding in the temporary order that you're in arrears $898 in child support judgment of that amount payable at the rate of $50 per month beginning October 1st, 2023, and finding you to be medical arrears of $498.20 judgment payable at $5 a month beginning October 1st, 2023. I'm going to temporarily reduce your child support to $292 per month beginning November 1st, 2023, payable on in that amount until we come back. The same thing with the medical. I'm going to reduce it to $84 per month beginning November 1st, 2023. And give me a reset date, Ms. Nutt, and I need at least 4 months so that given a good opportunity to find a job. We'll come back on April the 29th, 2024 at 8:30 in the morning. All right. Either one of you have any questions of me?
Yes, how will I be receiving these child support payments? Because we haven't
They're going to
gotten
come.
anything.
They're going to come the way they've always come. He's going to pay it through the registry and record it. That way we'll know who paid what and when.
Okay, he hasn't paid anything since July and on either of the child support amounts. So if he's supposed to be paying to the registry, he hasn't been.
Ms. Nutt, in the order, it will say where he's to make those payments and how he's to make those payments. He's to pay the registry, which is in San Antonio, I think, and he'll just mail it to them, and then they will, in turn, will send it to you. Okay.
Yes.
That way we can keep a record of it. Okay. Yes, sir.
yes, will I be able to get a copy of this this judgment sent to me So I have it in the hard
Yes.
copy.
Yes, Ms. Nutt is going to email to both of you a copy of the order that we've set to forth today. The things that I told you, that'll be in the order. Okay, so you'll know exactly what's requested of you and what
Okay.
you're to do. All right, y'all can press leave and you're free to go.
The state is asking me to set child support based on $8,200 a month.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, good luck collecting it. That's not what he makes, Mr. McNulty. You're catching the man in one great quarter of 2023. That's what you're doing. And you actually got lucky and caught him, what, 6 months after you filed your lawsuit?